The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. Welcome, everybody. What's up? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? What's up, everybody? What's up, Marcella? Thank you for coming. What's up, Heart of Inspiration? Make sure you guys follow Marcella, Heart of Inspiration. What's up, Chelsea girl? Thank you for coming. Always love. Thank you. What's up, April? What's up, Casey? Who else? We got Mina, we got Zena, BB from VA. Okay. I see a lot of y'all. And then shout out to everybody else who I missed. Let me put on my cash up and stuff like that. You know we got bills to pay. But anyway, today is a special day. I've been waiting to do an interview with my favorite cousin here on YouTube for a long time, and it just was never the right moment, and I believe now is the right moment. And I just want y'all to really get to know who Cups is besides just YouTube. And so I really wanted to go ahead and do this interview. I might even record this for the podcast too and do the audio on this, but that's a different conversation for a different day. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our favorite cousin, Cups, a Conversations.
Hey, cousins. Period, y'all.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. And I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate that.
Of course. You know you my cousin, and you know I would always love to have a conversation with you. You know, with anybody, it has to be with my cousin AT to the 2. Okay.
Exactly. And we're going to get into some things, but hold on. Let me go ahead and fill my cup with a little bitch drink, as somebody said. Drink your little fruity drink. You know, somebody said that. I ain't going to say her name, but, you know, I got Mike's Hard Lemonade. That's what I'm drinking right now. Yeah. We're going to pull up a little Mike's Hard Lemonade. Let's do a drink. Let's do a toast real quick before we start. Definitely shout out to everybody who's doing real content or content. Shout out to everybody who ain't out here doxing people, trying to find out people information. Shout out to people actually putting in the work and not clout chasing. Shout out to people who just real motherfuckers. Shout out to y'all. Cheers.
Amen. Double shout out to the real niggas in the building, period.
Okay. I can't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Bird call. It's the real bird call right here.
Right. It's going to be a fun night. All right, let's get into the first question. So some people don't realize that you are a mother, you are a designer, you are a fiance. Like, who would you say is Cups of Conversation? Who is Cups?
Well, I am an entrepreneur. A serial entrepreneur. I like to start new endeavors. But I am a designer. I am also a stylist. and I am a mother of 2, and I am a newly engaged woman.
Congratulations. Cheers to that.
That's right. Period to Black love. And and I will be graduating in 2023 with my degree, and I'm really happy about that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the dumb people, to the ghetto 5 people that made it, that made a way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What are you getting your degree in, if you don't mind telling us?
Fashion, marketing, and management.
Okay. And another thing, people don't really take you serious because you actually done work on like runways and fashion week and stuff like that. Go ahead and just list a little bit of your resume and let these motherfuckers know.
Oh, well, if I may, I I've done New York Fashion Week prior to COVID since 2014. I've done the Mercedes Benz. If anybody knows about that, I've done work with Arts and Hearts. So I work with some famous people. Triple X, I don't know if you know that designer. It was like the Shauna of Sunsets. I think that was a TV show, and they started doing fashion. I worked with them.
Oh, okay.
I worked with Michael Costello. I've worked with a kid's designer. Her name is Michelle. You guys probably wouldn't know her, but I've done styling pieces. I've edited on parents' magazines. I've styled the children in that. So, I'm in a couple of magazines. I've been on a couple of runways, so done a few things in my life. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. And you know what the cool thing is about that is that you kind of dibbled and dabbled in everything in the fashion world. And it's dope that this is what you're getting your degree in. So it's only going to put you on a whole new level. Would you like your own like in-store boutique? Is that one of your goals or something else in fashion?
No, actually, the funny thing about it is I never actually wanted to be a designer. It was just given to me, y'all. It was just placed in my hands. So I always was a stylist. That's why I've done a lot of more work in styling.
Okay.
Designing was just something that I kind of just fell into. I wanted to dress one year. The designer was charging like $400, and I was like, what, please? So I went right onto YouTube, because back then I was poor. So I went right onto the YouTube University, and I got me a job at Walmart, got my discount, brought my first sewing machine, and I taught myself how to sew. I made my first birthday dress, and everybody was like, oh my God. And the next thing you know, I just started making clothes,
Yeah, so you were self-taught.
Yeah, and I actually went to school because I wanted to market and manage myself in my fashion. I didn't want to have anyone over me. I wanted to know that knowledge of what that was for myself, because I know Black people in business, it's always hard for us, being in that market. I've definitely learned that a lot of our people, their agencies are clear people, and they don't really know much, we're slighted a lot. So I wanted to be knowledgeable of that market, of what that management is going to look like for me on any skill level.
Exactly.
Yeah, but my goal is not to have a storefront, because to me that's a waste of money. In this new world that we live in, everything is online. I'm more of a couture designer, like a hood couture designer, like if I make myself. So I make pieces for people. I don't just make clothes for anybody.
Right. And so it's really $400 for a stylist?
No, not for a stylist. No. It depends on what kind of booking you are doing. So if you wanted to change your clothing style, right, and you went out and you brought some clothes on yourself, you can book a consultation with somebody like me for like $50 or $75. I could do a virtual consultation with you on your closet. We can go through some styles of what might look nice, what might, or you can say, hey, I trust you and I want you to go get these clothes for me for fall, September, like Sheree said, September, fall, so it's different ways to do it. Or you can, usually I get booked for an event, you know. So usually when
Okay,
Fashion
a
Week comes
specific
up,
event.
you know, designers, you know, and companies, they're reaching out to independent people like me, like stylists, to come on to help them when they are dressing a model. So that's more of my genre. When Fashion Week comes up, you know, that's when I get my big one. Other than that, like, you know, I really just, you know, do other things.
Right. So you do like you make do designs when it's like something specific and for certain people. You just don't be in and out making clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
That's
I have a clothing business as well, but that's just ready to wear clothing. But my
right.
custom pieces is just for specific people. Like I don't make clothes for anybody. I've turned down a
Right.
lot of people in my life. You know, you will be amazed at the people that I do work with and I will be working with and the people I've actually turned down, you know?
Wow, because you know, next year I'm still trying to go to WrestleMania and I need me a wrestling outfit. So
Oh
I
my
need you to know how
God.
to do spandex and
Listen,
rhinestones.
listen, AT2, you need to let me make that for you, okay? I
Yeah,
need to,
spandex and rhinestones.
period. They ain't gonna know what to do. I'm gonna put your logo, you gonna put your logo on it. They're gonna go
Hell yeah.
crazy. They're gonna go crazy about it. They're gonna go crazy about it.
Right. So next question. What got you on YouTube?
The Pandiyama got me over here.
Okay, a lot of us, yep.
Yeah, so I when COVID actually happened, we moved. You know, I moved out the hood, period. And we moved to the suburbs. And
Mhm.
I literally moved here when my job closed down. Like the week that all this happened is when I
Oh,
moved in. It all happened. So I didn't know anybody here. It's not like I was home and you could kind of go see people because it's like F COVID in the beginning, right? Because we was crazy.
right.
But you know, I was home, so I didn't have anything to do. I've always been like a subscriber, of course. I've always been in the mess. And then one day I was home, I caught the Nosy Ho and Toxic falling out with the famous LV curtains. And I recorded it. I don't know why I did it, but I did. But you know, I was already lucky, already recording stuff. I was already being slick with it. I was like, oh, these people were deleting shit. I'm gonna record it. And I was like, oh, I recorded
they do delete.
They do. I was like, yo, so I recorded it and then I put it up in the video and it, you know, did well. So I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I guess people like this kind of conversation about YouTubers. So I just started talking about YouTubers. And I mean, you know, went from there, of course.
Right. You know what? Even though, you know, me and Tox don't have the best relationship. And like I said, I'm not going to beat nobody up when they down. I'm going to wait until she good and ready. And then we can go back and battle. But, you know, the LV, the Louis Vuitton shower curtain was epic. She's like, you broke bitches.
He said, you don't even know. He said, you don't even know what this is. And I was staring at it. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, that is not real. And it's crazy that is she really doing this? Like, I was like appalled, like a kid. I was like, oh, wow. Like, she really going through this. Like, oh, okay. You sure?
Look, my petty ass actually looked up if there is a LV shower curtain and there is not.
No.
Like, what swap meet did she get it from? Because I I want me one. That's
she got
epic.
That came from Wish. That came from Wish. Respectfully.
She should start selling it because, like, that's epic right there. See, people don't know how to monetize off of some things. Like, you gotta, like, come on. She should have started selling knockoff LV shower curtains. Like, that would have been dope as hell. She should have capitalized on that.
Right. Period. That's what I would have did.
Right. But who has been like what has been some of your like your favorite moments from YouTube? And it doesn't have to be just from you, but like some stuff that you've seen, like the Nosy versus Toxic was epic.
Right. That was, I mean, I have to say the Jaguar right coming up on your piano, that took me. That sent me. Okay. That really, like that moment in itself. I don't think nothing surpasses that era for me. Like, you know, it's definitely been some crazy things that has happened. But for me coming in as a new YouTuber, and even now I still look at it, I'm like, nah, nothing is like the things that Jag was doing. Nothing is like that. Like she had people going crazy.
You're right. That welcome, Jaguar, right. And she had this look on her face like she was not playing no fucking games. And like I was just like a deer in the headlights, like, oh shit. Because I was new, so I really didn't know how to handle
Right.
that or like what to say or what to do. Like, and Jag just went off. And I have to give her credit because technically she wasn't yelling and cussing at me. It was more of the situation.
Yo, she came up. She said, "Put that fat bitch back on." No, respectfully,
Yeah.
no disrespect to the big people because I love my girls. Period.
Right.
But
Shout
when
out to the big girls.
she came up in there like a wrecking ball. I was like, "Yo, Jag, your face was like, your face, it be your faces, 82."
I just be all like, what do you want? Like, what do I say? Like, I just be so thrown off by everything. And like, I'm just all like, okay, this could either go real good or this can go real bad. And no matter what I did, I don't think I'm glad at first I was mad at myself because I was like, damn, I should have did this and did that. Like now being experienced, I know what to do.
Right.
But then I didn't know what. I was like, what? And then I had all these people in my chat, and then I'm trying to read the chat, then I'm trying to pay attention to her cussing me out, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I'm trying to figure out which person she wanted me to bring back up because it was like, wait, which one was it? I was confused about what happened. Like, because the last woman that was up here was nice. She was actually the nice person. It was the woman that was before her that actually said something about her. So that was pretty iconic. And of course, the Christmas massacre that happened with Tosh and Lord. Storm and Chelsea and Wisely.
I can't believe that went on for the whole weekend.
Oh, this new one? The Summer Showdown? Or you talking about the Christmas massacre?
Well, the Christmas massacre that went in all weekend too, right?
Yeah, that went on for about. I mean, honestly, it started in December, then it came back up in January. Because in December it was Wiley, in January it was Storm and Vaughn. It was like, oh my God, we got a 2 for 2 out this thing.
Right, and then one recently.
Right.
Speaking of going back to Jaguar, how do you feel about Jaguar being back?
I mean, I'm excited. I am excited. Jag, go girl. If you are watching this, click the link. You can call me a fat bitch, period.
Jag, you can cuss me out all day long.
Yes, girl. We got some questions. We miss you, girl. We got some questions. She said, I know I got some explaining to do. Yes, you do, Jag. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We explaining. You got some explaining to do to us.
Right, because I didn't hear the whole thing, but she was on Nosy Channel and she was talking about how she didn't realize people were making money off of her. And people really did take advantage of her because she would just come up and just start rambling. People like, especially Storm, when he did the interview, he chopped it up in like 7 different parts and like kept releasing it. And like, he really capitalized off of that.
Right. That's why Tasha dropped him.
Right. And I don't think she realized how much money people were making at that time. Right. And so now I think she realized like, yo, y'all making all this money off of me. I'm gonna step away. Then what y'all gonna do?
Right. I wonder what happened. I mean, I don't know because remember Jaguar started her own channel. She did have her own channel. That's why I was like, Storm, what are you talking about? Jaguar does have her own channel. She did have her own channel. So she just up and disappeared.
Right. I wish she was more like willing to get help because she could have definitely shook up these streets. I mean, she did, man. But with her own channel, she didn't know how to use the right titles, thumbnails, in the algorithm. Right. There was like so many videos about Jag that her own channel wasn't showing up on the algorithm. So it was like different things like if she wanted to get help, she definitely could have. And she could have, Jag, I'm excited. I don't care if Jag just gets on her channel and just sings all day.
She can sing. She can sing if she wants, but I'm more than watching. You know me. I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm gonna say, "Get it, Jag. Get it from the throat," and then I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna say, "And when Tosh thought she was gonna play with you, interviewing your husband, you better let her know you're not playing, okay?"
Right.
And Storm, she ain't playing with you neither. She ain't playing with none of y'all. Okay.
Right. And something else that I kind of thought about was Jag was kind of like sometimes I felt bad, and this is why, because I felt that she was used And she was kind of used and then spit out like she was nothing. I feel
Right.
that in a way there's a lot of people, and me myself included, that really benefited off of Jag. And so right now I just want to say personally, thank you.
That's right. You know what? I want to thank you too, Jag. I definitely want to thank Jag, because Jag is the reason that I am here today. Okay, Jag and Plankton. I don't never lie, but I thank Jag, not the Plankton, but I will thank Jackie Jag. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Jackie. Yeah, I gotta thank
Right.
her. I definitely have to. Because now I kind of seen and not that I tried to defame her, but just in general that there was people trying to defame her. And so, I've gone through it and you have gone through it. Like, how did you, Cups, come out the other end and come out stronger from people trying to defame you and trying to create a narrative? Because it was them versus us thing going on, and it was like, where did this shit come from?
Well, if I could be completely honest with you, I still ain't even get to the end of that tunnel yet, because I'm a Sagittarius. Okay, so in true Sagittarius form and fashion, it's never done until I say it's done. So you just better just stay on your toes.
Right.
But in the process, I have learned to, when to disconnect.
Did you say you were retiring Plankton?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You're right. Nosy. Her name is Nosy. Respectfully, I am right. I'm sorry. That was wrong of me. That was wrong.
Look at that. We love Woo Child.
That's right. Storm got me out here changing. Now I'm just out here changing now. Storm, you right. Nosy. Hawks. Live. Yes.
Right.
So, I'm still getting through the process, because of course it is a process. It was a lot. I can't even Woo! But I've learned throughout this process a lot more about myself and a lot more about people, if I could say anything. So, I'm definitely stronger. Of course, I'm a strong person. So, nothing keeps me down. And it's not like it got me down, but it just was a hard place, because the kind of person I am in real life, I had to really realize that this is a virtual thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is different in real life. So I kind of had to realize that, I don't need to be that person, because I didn't come on YouTube to argue or to act a fool on the internet. I came on here to create content and give people content, so I want to focus on those things, because that's why I'm here, so I just be trying to chill.
But even just that, it's something to where, how do you ever get over it? Because it got so personal,
I think that for me, given the situation at hand, for me, it's not really going to be over until they see me. And I'm not talking about on the internet, respectfully. So other than that, until that can be accomplished, I don't need to be a fool on the internet, because that ain't gonna do nothing for me. I'm not here for the clicks and views. I don't need to, I'm no one's entertainment. That's one thing I did learn, that I'm never gonna be anybody's entertainment, even though today I clearly was entertainment with the rooster.
Oh,
Lord, Jesus Christ.
And there's been times where people have said oh, I feel like you changed or you turned on me. And we had a mutual friend that feels like we didn't have her back and stuff like that. Is there anything else that anything you could say to the rooster about quote unquote defaming? Because you've gone through real defaming. I don't think the other person really has.
I mean, and it's not even that person. What I've learned out here with multiple people in this past year is that, a lot of these people are just social climbers, respectfully, right? They
Mm-hmm.
really, a lot of them really don't even like you. They don't like
Oh,
you.
that's
That's
true.
one thing. Like, they literally don't like you. In the moment, that's one thing I learned. Like, I look at situations a lot different now. Like, because, you know, I'm hot-headed. That's my problem. Like, I'm a very hot-headed person. So in the past, I would just go live and be like, let me just go live and go off, and it's whatever. And if it's up,
Right.
it is up. And, you know, then I had to really think about this, is that if you allow these people to feel like they could trigger you like that, they're going to constantly do that. And honestly, I see that with Tells. I see when they did that with Tells. I'm like, you know, they're going to continuously try to trigger her, do things to her to make her go live. In return, they're going to flag her channel. They're going to try to strike her channel. They're going to try to get your channel down. And it's like,
Right.
you got to really think, like, this is not a game here. So it's like, I'm not going to let you play with my talent. It's really showing me that you really despise me that much, or you dislike me that much that you don't want to see me here. A real nigga gonna be like, I want to see everybody win. You know what I'm saying? Move along,
Right.
move aside. But it just shows me that that's some
Mm-hmm.
deep-rooted hurt that people have in their souls when they come and attack you. Like earlier today, I don't know what the heck that was about, you know. And even with me calling her, I was really just trying to be respectful, because I'm like, what is going on? But for her to start, you know, all of that yelling and popping and back and forth, and just to even do a video without reaching out
Right.
to me was like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, because that's what these people do. They use anything to just jump and do a video.
Right, because I popped up on the channel and I was like, "Hey, I heard you had some stuff to say. Like, you know, are you okay? And then are we okay?" And they're like, "Oh, well, I don't know if we are okay." And I was all like, "Oh, forget it, you know, whatever."
Right.
Like,
My thing is,
and
we don't even have to be okay. Like, and that's why
right,
people, I realize that that's why a lot of people don't like me. We don't have to be okay. You don't have to speak to me. You don't have to come to my channel. Like I said before, if you don't stand for what I stand for, if you can't put your smart bitch thinking cap on and be like, you know, thoughtful and in my space, in my era, then you can definitely keep it moving. You don't have to be here. I'm not begging anybody to be here. But a lot of
right,
these people like to just, I don't know, gather these other thoughts in their mind to think, oh, you had a conversation with me, and then all of a sudden, and this is what really bothers me. I just want to say this, right?
yeah,
I want
go
to
ahead.
say this to, can I say her name?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I want to say this to Tosa, right? She had a problem with me saying something about 25K gate. Now, first and foremost, I didn't get to set up my GoFundMe, but Cups GoFundMe is coming, y'all. 25K gate is real. If
Right,
Larry
mine's
could do
coming
it,
too, shit.
if Larry could do it and Tosa could do it, I could do it too. God damn it. 25K gate. I'm going to find out what the problem is. Don't worry about it. But for her to blatantly think that she can come and go on her live and say, you're wrong for supporting somebody who you knew way before me. And no, you didn't disrespect me. You were being the jokey person that you always are, saying how you always is everywhere you go.
Right.
But I'm going to take offense to it, and I'm going to take it to a level to defame you and say that you don't support the LGBTQ community. When time after people told me not to let you on my panel, people have told me, oh my God, don't have her on your panel. But I have had you on my panel, and I've done that with multiple people, despite what I've heard, because I'm a good person. I'm the kind of person that you got to show me who you are. Because once you show me, I'm going to believe you. I'm not going to believe what everybody else said. I'm going to believe you. So what Tulsa showed me is you're just like everybody else. Because ultimately she knows that behind the scenes, I gave her resources. I told her who to reach out to. We had a conversation. I told her I was there. I told her she could call me. I'm not on YouTube all the time. YouTube is not my bread and butter, my guys. Okay? I'm not here for the clicks and views. I don't know what nobody else didn't get from that. Like, you know, if I don't have content to give you guys, if I can't be there, then I'm not going to be there. I'm not up here just let me put up a live and just go live and just, that's not me. That's not who I am.
Right.
You know, I came on YouTube creating content, not doing live streams, you know, so I want to be back into creating content and doing live streams when I want. Nobody's going to force me to go live to give them a story. And I'm not saying that's what she tried to do. Because she came to me about a panel, and I told her I would support her. I told her I would make her intro, and I told her I would not charge her to do it. I said any way I can help her, I would help her. To me, that is showing somebody, hey, this person is a good person. Okay, me being in your chat, if I ask what you need 25K for, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I didn't know nothing about no GoFundMe for 25K. So I'm like, well, what the hell is 25K? What is the problem with that? You're offended
and if
because
you're
I
asking
asked a
for
question?
25K, I need to know what 25K is for.
Hello. Because how do you know I don't want to support you? So why can't I ask a question? And the thing about it is, and I really want to say this, and I hope you don't even get upset with me about saying this. Tosa, AT2 really had your back throughout this whole situation. While a lot of people was out here shading you, throwing you under the bus, this man right here was saying, we need to help Tosa. We need to stand beside Tosa. We need to do whatever we could to help her. So for you to just blatantly feel like, oh, because people can go on their channel and give their opinion and give people a space to give their opinion, that you got the right to just go live and start defaming people and disrespecting people and all this wild that you think you're doing, it's crazy to me.
Right, like, because girl, I can do you dirty like some people. Some people did a whole like a side investigation and went live and, you know, did all this stuff. I didn't do you like that. I try to, if anything, I try to give you advice, and I try to tell you like, yo, you probably should do less talking because it is not helping you. And everybody agree with that. You should have did less talking. Your downfall was, and this is no disrespect to Wiley because Wiley didn't do anything, but when you went on Wiley's channel, it did not make you look, it did not show you in the best light. And that was no fault of his. That was your fault.
Right. And and that was the thing, I didn't even get to watch that interview. So I didn't hear about it. Like, I did go to Dr. Blue channel. I heard whatever she was saying, but I didn't even stay there for long. I heard and I left. And then next thing I know, you were live. I came to your live and you were talking about it. I don't even think I came in the beginning. And all I heard, we started talking about 25K gate. And I was joking because Tasha K just was talking about 25K gate with Larry Reed. So I was just being funny about the situation. Like, well, damn, I'm going to do 25K. Everybody starting at 25. Let me start there too.
Right, exactly. That's my thing. Like, it's like, at the end of the day, we're going to have commentary. We're going to make jokes, but you know our heart. You know Cup's heart. You know my heart. You know that we wouldn't want to do anything to actually hurt you. If you were hurt, then definitely I apologize. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say like, if you felt that way. I'm going to say I apologize.
Listen, if Tosa would have hit me up and said, "Cups, what is this X, Y, and Z?" I would have had a conversation with Tosa. I would say, "Oh, Cups, I mean, Tosa, that's not what it is. Whatever, whoop-de-whoop," and we could have hashed that situation out. However she seen fit. Whether she said, "Well, Cups, if I would like to go on your panel and we could have a conversation," I would have gladly did it for her. But for her to just go on her live and start wilding, and then I tried to call her. I'm trying to call you. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful in your chat or start a scene or nothing. I'm trying to call you because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What did I say that offended you so much that you think that I don't support the LGBT community? Is what I want to know. Because you do know that I am a Black woman and I'm a business owner. Once again. So I show my face. So you are doing something to me and my brand by saying these things.
Right. And you work in the fashion industry. So that should be very
and I am a bisexual woman. So it's like, and even when she came on my panel that night with the situation with Deb, I was there to help the situation.
Right.
I was there to help her.
Right. And we did get resolution. Like after all that, her and Deb like were cool. Like so it's like you don't think about all the good things that we have done to you. The only thing that you think about is, oh, they're not sharing my story, or they're not sharing. At the end of the day, it feels like a money grab, and it feels like it's about a GoFundMe and not about the actual story.
Right. All right, can we add? I see Jake from State Farm is in the thing. Can we
State Farm? Okay, do you want me to put the question up?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, it's totally up to you.
Okay, or you can just answer it. Oh, yeah, you can just answer it.
Oh, it's up to you.
Okay, well, shit. Yeah. Let's do it. Shit, fuck it.
I mean, you want to act? I got to read the question too?
Oh, I'm going to read it. And say AT2 question for Cups.
Right,
your video about Danny Robertson and the allegations of garnishment. Any reflection about the inaccurate information about Danny garnishing your income? Thank you for answering.
Well, Jake from State Farm. I want to first say...
Wait, why did you choose the name Jake? I don't...
Right, of course. Maybe because of Storm. I don't know. But first and foremost, I want to say in that video, I never put a name on where that wage garnishment came from, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that I never said. What I did say was that I was contacted by my job in January about them returning money to me because of a wage garnishment that came in. I showed the letter. I played the voice clip from my job. So I'm not sure of what reflection you would like to hear on that. That is something that caused some traumatic situation with my job, just so we're clear. And I am handling that. That is like a real businesswoman should,
that's being handled
of the internet, because that is something very serious. But the only reason why I came on here and snapped like that is because of the situation that was going on at hand. People popping up at people's house, people putting up my pictures, people knowing my name and they shouldn't even know me. Okay. So when my job comes out of nowhere and says, hey, we're sorry for taking this money out your check. We can't even find who this person was. That we don't even know why we did it, black girl. The only black girl in this motherfucking office. We don't know why we did it to you. We don't even know why we didn't have no conversation with you. We really can't explain. It's COVID. Let's blame it on COVID, right? So I'm dealing with that. But just so we clear, on my mama and on my hood, my wages was garnished. And that's a fact. And I got my money back from it. That's a fact. Now, who did that? That is still an investigation that is ongoing and cannot be, and I will never produce that to the public. Maybe when it's found out, possibly, and that person is in jail.
Right. And you never said a name either.
I never said a name. That's the funny thing. I never said a name. But it's so funny how people jumped and they pulled up videos and they pulled up a state of Maryland when I don't even live in Maryland, right?
I was just about to say that. They pulled up the tax thing in Maryland.
Right.
And so that's what was questioned. Like, because anytime you look up something about like taxes, Google automatically knows where you live. So if I pull up something about taxes, it's going to pull up something for California, right? So when you did it, it pulled up something for NJ. Yes. And so whoever is pulling up something is going to pull up their state. So you just put two and two, like that's like you were just putting it out there like, oh, this is suspicious. Like, why did they say New Jersey? You know, why did they? Oh shit, I just said your state. I'm sorry. But,
I mean, no, it's totally fine.
I
mean, listen, it doesn't matter. Anybody who knows, I live in New Jersey, and I openly said that even when I did the live after that, I said, well, that's pretty funny. If you already led into doxing me, right? You already said my name. You already showed my pictures. You already described my home, right? You've already done these things, right? So why not go all the way with it, right? Because you're not showing your face. You could have easily said New Jersey. Why would you go to a state that don't even match New Jersey laws?
Right. And question for you, like about people in New York. How come people from New York move to New Jersey and not other places in like upstate New York? Well, I heard upstate New York is racist. Is that why?
Well, yeah, upstate New York is racist, but people move to New Jersey because New York and New Jersey is connected. It's the bridge. So it's the quickest way. If you live in New Jersey, you can get anywhere. New York, anywhere. If you live in New Jersey, like where I lived at, I was able to travel anywhere. It's, by water. That's why when 9/11 happened, they put the people on the boat and they brought them to New Jersey.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you watch any 9/11 documentary, you will see people from New Jersey over the water, Hoboken. If the tunnels went down, Hoboken would drown. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how much we're connected to New York. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's literally a 10-minute drive. Like, so that's why a lot of people, because it's cheaper to live there. So, the cost of living in New York is so high that they just go and buy property on the water in New Jersey.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I always wanted to know that because I was like, how come everybody from New York ends up moving to New Jersey? Is it because it's called the bridge and the connection? Okay, that makes sense now. And Toria said it's cheaper than New York, obviously.
Yeah, the cost of living is it was way cheaper. Now it's going up because of the inflation of people from New York moving to New Jersey, because then it raised the cost of living in New Jersey up. And then, you know, now people struggle in New Jersey now to pay the rent because New Yorkers come over there.
Right. Do you visit New York at all or no?
Of course, I just was in New York for the 4th of July.
Oh yeah, you were just there. Yeah, I remember seeing your picture.
On
But
a
you were
yacht,
out on the water too, right?
on the water. I mean, I don't want to be too cocky and say, look up the ticket prices, because that would be absurd. Because, you know, I would hate for people to be out here just thinking, you know, that, you know, I would, you
Right,
know.
counting
But
your pockets.
if anybody would know, to be on the water on the 4th of July, those tickets are not, you know, JT and Uti was on the water. You had people in helicopters. Shaq and them was on top of us in a helicopter. I was right there when, you know, all that was going down.
Wow.
You know, my peoples and stuff, my cousins in them. But yeah, I go to New York often, all the time. I'm about to go back to New York within 2 weeks.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah. I've never visited the East Coast before, so that's on my bucket list. I got to do that. And definitely we're going to hang out too, so it's going to be fun.
You definitely got to come. I was mad that Stormy hit me up when he came over here, because I would have showed him a time. He was talking about, when he was talking about it, I was cracking up when he's talking about the rats and stuff. I was like, when people come to New York, I'll be loving these story times. I'm like, that's right. You're right. You really did explain us the right way. You really did. You did a good job. You did a good job.
Yo, I am scared of rats in general, but y'all got like rats the size of like small puppies. Like, I am scared of that shit.
Yeah, and in New York, you know, and you just walk past because they don't bother you. They're in the trash, so you know that they're only really out trash nights, and depending on what block you're walking on, and you know to not walk near the trash, to walk in the street, you know, to walk away.
Okay, we got a little debate going on. Which is more fun, Jersey or New York?
New York, of course. Nothing is like New York. I don't care what nobody says. Nothing. New York is, I mean, Jersey is cool, of course, but nothing is like New York. Nothing.
Right. Are you near a beach town at all? Like Seaside?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm next to them. Yeah, I'm next to your boy. I'm real close to your boy.
Yo, so this is a little side note. So I was looking up like homes and stuff like that, like to rent, like Airbnbs. Like everything looks so old. It's like a retirement town, huh?
Yeah, over there in that Atlantic City area is like really like old homes, a lot of old homes. So it's old money over there. It's not like, you know, other parts, you got to come more like to South Jersey, to like, you know, the other north, to see more city life, more stuff. But where that person particularly stays, it's really old homes, like, you know, by the beach, you know, like that, you know, just rough and raggedy.
Shout out to her cousin Stephanie. She said, all my Jersey people, what exit y'all from?
Period.
I love it.
I got 25 of them.
Oh, But you know what? I was just thinking too, Atlantic City is there, because I've never been to Atlantic City, but they always say like, you know, it's kind of like Vegas. Like, which one you like better, Vegas or Atlantic City?
Of course, Vegas is, you know, Atlantic City is cool because, you know, it's close to me. So growing up, to me, it's like, you know, it's a vibe. I've never been in the water. I don't do, you know, New Jersey water. But it's a vibe, but it's nothing like Vegas. Vegas is way better. Way better. You have the time of your life in Vegas.
Right. I love Vegas. Like Vegas, you can do so much, and just the nightlife and everything like that. Vegas is where it's at. Atlantic City kind of reminds me of a place more up north in Nevada. It's called Reno. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's the biggest, smallest city. That's the moniker or whatever. But Reno is kind of like, when I was little, it was like popping. Everybody was there. Streets was crowded. But now it's kind of like died down. It's starting to come back because now they moved the new Tesla to Reno. So it's starting to come back, but not really. But Reno kind of reminds me of Atlantic City. Like, you know, they have the casinos, performers and stuff like that, but it's more like, oh, this is where you go when you just want to get a quick fix. But if you really want to go and get it popping, you go to Vegas. Is that kind of how it is?
Right. That's definitely how it is, Joe. Yo, this person, Rosie, said, get back to the dirt. This ain't no travel channel.
Now, Rosie or Rose, listen here. Now, let's be clear. We're going to get to the dirt and all that shit, but we also going to have an all-around interview. It's just not going to be messy and shit like that. We're going to have an all-inclusive interview where we talk about everything.
AT2, they said they ain't got that much memory on their phone. You got to make sure you put it all together. They ain't got time to be going
right. True. And you well, kind of going back to the dirt, because I do want to say something. A lot of people don't know that when there's issues going on, sometimes you can't handle them all on the internet. And so what you did was handle it legally. And like you said, there's not a lot that you can talk about, but one day you might say it. But until everything is done with, that's when you're going to say it. Like, you're not playing games with people who try to defame you, try to, drag your name through the mud. You went ahead and took it legal.
Right. I mean, as far as the pay stub situation, that was the only route that I did have because of the way it happened. It was a very weird situation. And given what I was going through on YouTube at that moment, I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, so of course I have to do what I need to do to find out what's going on behind this. Like,
Right.
So I did what I needed to do. And I know that me being what I've learned is in the beginning of this, I did seek legal counsel for other things, but I learned that, it is not wise to come on the internet and, say things because it makes it harder.
Your weed whacker and you went after weeds. That's when I remember your video got like striked or something, and then you were like not able to go live for like 60 days or something crazy shit like that. I remember that. It's all like, wow, somebody like that couldn't handle, a little back and forth, a little verbal, not physical, verbal back and forth. They reported you. Like, what the hell? And to answer Jake's question, that wasn't me. I got a drink in my hand, and my other hand is putting up the comments. I didn't do anything. So
Anna saying, yeah, I thought that was pretty weird, but that's when I really caught on to what was the real game in a situation, right? The game ain't, let's go back and forth, who got the best mouth, because, however you want it, shaky tone, big back, I give the girls what they looking for. Ain't no denying about that. But it's just the fact, like, if we gonna do this, let's do it right. Let's do it appropriately. Let's not do it when you flagging my channel, you striking my channel, you trying to get my channel taken down, and because I'm not doing that. I'm not flagging nobody's channels. I'm not trying to get I'm not over here on like I'm being, bullied and harassed and, take this person. I'm not trying to stop your bag. But what it showed me was, damn, these niggas hate me so bad. They trying to really X me out. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna step back, right? Because it's all about facts.
Right.
It's all about facts. And a lot of people are seeing that a lot of things that I said months ago are really true, right?
Right.
So the facts of the matter is, and we just got a DM from this person.
We was going to talk about email gate.
Email gate 7.7221199.
Let's talk about the emails, because I don't get as many of the emails as you do, but there's a lot of emails going on around here, and I didn't know they dated back from like June. And now all of a sudden, like, it's like a lot of these emails coming out, and it's like, yo, it's easy for anybody to send an email, but are you like sending this to try to quote unquote help me, or are you trying to put more of that stuff? Like, what is the end goal? Because it's almost all like, well, why don't you get your own channel and you say it on there? Like, are you trying to set me up?
Right. Now with the emails in the past, those were definitely, that first email was kind of had some truths in it. It had some lies in it. It was kind of like, whatever. The ones that came after that was just people just, fucking around and just like, whatever.
Right.
But this one that came was an interesting email. Like I told you, it was a good read. It was very interesting. They were talking about Tell's video that she just put out.
Shout out to Tell, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Tells. You know what? Let me say this too as well while we up here. Let me get on my storm shit real quick. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. This is gonna be good.
Let me get on my storm shit real quick, right? Because if I could just recall really quickly, like there was a time that when somebody started to try to proceed to dox me, you know, the Hello Barbaras, the posting the pictures of me when I was 15, you know, looting that I'm bleaching my skin. I remember posting a picture and I said, you better get that info up, right? And, you know, then if I could recall correctly, somebody came back to me and he said that there was a live that was done. And in this live, Shaky Texas Toast said, oh, if you need her information, I'll give it to you to this other person. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. So I just want to extend the love and say, Tells, I know we've had problems in the past, you know, whatever and whatnot, you know. But if you need somebody's information that has been harassing you, I am privy to that. And, you know, I would love to help, you know, another woman seek justice, you know, if that is what you are aiming to do. So, you know,
right.
I'm just trying to right my wrongs. Nobody should be attacked if, you know, it's unfair if, you know, I don't get to know who you are, right? But you get to do these things. I think that's pretty unfair.
Right. And what's crazy to me is that I'm not going to say Tells is like innocent and that she doesn't do anything, but I'm 33. Like, I don't know how old it Tells is, but I'm 33 years old. And like, well, me and you are both in our 30s, right?
Right.
Like, you know, it's like we're going to do like a little verbal jousting back and forth, right?
Right.
But we're not going to go the extra mile and do all the dirty extra, try to dox people and shit like that.
No,
and
right.
Let me tell you something about Tells. When I was going through my situation, when they was trying to put a crime on me, Tells actually did a live, and this was not, I didn't know anything about it. Somebody approached me about it and was like, hey, Tells was defending you. And what Tells was saying, like, AT2, I know this is a lie because the same people that try to come after me also are coming after you too. So I know this is a lie. And I was all like, she didn't owe me shit. You know, we weren't friends. We weren't nothing. She didn't owe me anything. So for her to say that out her own mouth just showed that she is about her shit and she's about her word. Like, no matter if I hate you or not, like she knew what was wrong and what was right. And, you know, Cups, I also want to applaud you too, because this kind of makes me, this kind of fast forward with what I was going to say towards the end. But I want to thank you because when I was going through my shit, you was like, AT2, so what's going on? Send me the information that you have and I'm going to handle this shit for you. You don't have to worry about nothing. I'm going to handle this for you. And like, you didn't owe me anything and you literally handled it. You went on people's channels and said, no, this ain't true. This is that and this, because, you know, I can handle all that shit, you know.
And it was a lot, you know, it was a lot. I mean, honestly, I stand firm in, you know, protecting my people, you know, and that's one thing I did learn out here on YouTube is not everybody is not like me. Not all skin folk is kinfolk, really, you know. So, you know, when it came to you, you know, you are somebody that I knew on YouTube. I kind of got to know your personality, even though at that time we weren't even cool like we are now, like, you know. And I seen the situation, and like I said, I was cool with you and Yvette at that time, and I thought that, you know, I could give some clarity to the situation, you know, because it was so much mess going on, and I just seen the way that was being done with the people, and all these people just happen to have problems with you, and they okay with this, and so I just wanted to put clarity to the situation, you know, and I, you know, it wasn't about getting anything back from it, you know, and it was just all about saying, like, listen, this Black man is being attacked right now online. You know, I have a platform, right? And you've been nothing but nice to me. Like, you know, and even before that, like, even when I was going through my falling out or whatever I was going through with those people back then, you didn't have to come on my channel and come up there and try to, you know, settle the situation or make peace with the situation. You could have been messy how these new people are and kept it going and, you know, whoop-de-whoop. You didn't do that. You really was trying to give a resolve. So that's why I felt like in your moment of distress, I felt like that was a moment for me to say, I see somebody that I know that is out here who would I be to sit back and just let this, especially when the information is right here in front of my face, like, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You know, that's why I asked you, were you comfortable with giving me the information? And you say, yeah, I asked your permission to do the video. You say, yeah, and, you know, I did the video. You know, I thought that those was the right things to do back then. And, you know, I'm thankful to get a person like you, because in other situations where I've helped people and done things for people, you know, they return you back with this loyalty, you know,
right.
And, you know, they act like, you know, because I'll be like weird out here with people. I'm like, yo, I'm confused. Like, I just heard something about somebody talking about, yeah, I do believe she bleached her skin. And I'm like, well, was you saying this when you was on your live saying free cup, she about to get up out of here? Shout out to the real niggas in the building. Like, I don't understand these women and how they, you know, how they operate. It's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know.
Right. And let's talk about the bleaching of the skin. Have you ever bleached your skin?
Ain't too. I went and got the Michael Jackson. I went and got the Michael Jackson 2020 just last week. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't show my skin right now, because it is highlighting. It's glowing. It's under the glow light right now. So I'm not able to show you guys it in full right now. So, but nah, I've never bleached my skin a day in my life, and I would never bleach my skin a day in my life. Like, once again, anybody who see me on Instagram, I did a reel with my sister, my siblings. I have 21 brothers and sisters. And I promise you, if you think I'm bleaching, then shit, I told my sister, I had to call my mama. I said, Mom, when did it start? Because the people out here is just out here saying it. I don't know. I said, when did it start? Did you start when I was a baby? Because I got baby pictures with my skin, right? You know, so I'm like, oh, so maybe in 15 when I'm pregnant after I have give birth, you know, versus, and I just think that it's so disgusting. Like, you know, if you're going to stalk somebody's social media, you know, and you're going to say something, at least say the truth. You know what I'm saying? I could respect a bitch saying, that bitch ain't got no eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? I could respect a bitch saying, oh, she look like what they said I look like. What's the little character, D, I think her name is D or something like that. It's like a character. They said I looked like D or somebody.
Oh,
like
from Arthur or whatever.
Arthur, right.
Oh,
they right. Right. Now listen, let me tell you something. When I used to wear the bob, I used to feel like that too. I used to call myself Dora. So me, like, I'm a hood bitch. I can crack all day. We can crack all day. That shit don't bother me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can crack all day. Like, and we all see that clearly I wasn't the one that was hurt by the things that was said, because I didn't strike nobody video. Okay. I didn't do nothing to nobody. So if I'm the one that's being targeted, it's like, okay, but we can go back and forth all day. The moment where you start to lie, to push a narrative, is when it becomes like, did you really have to do that though? Like, did you really think the best thing for you to do was to go on my social media, grab a picture of me when I was 16 years old with my child? I don't care if you blotched her face out or not.
Right.
Guess what? My kid is on YouTube too. So she's still gonna know that picture because that's her, right? And she's gonna look at that and say, why is this person on here saying my mother is bleaching her skin? That wasn't thought about, right? But when it was somebody else's mother up here, right? It was get justice for your mama. But I do hope they really do still be trying to keep justice for their mama. And that's what I'm really gonna say in the end. Like, yeah, keep that up. Keep that part up in real life.
And are you Afro-Latina?
Oh, Afro-Latina. I forgot Afro-Latina again. Damn. Well, let me see.
We talk about all the gates today.
Yes, let's give it all out. So I'm gonna hola, ¿cómo estás? Mi amo Barbara. ¿Y tú? ¿Está mío? Sama tú? I mean, what is it? Do I sound Spanish? Can I give you Spanish with that?
You know what? I was thinking this because some people from New York do, even the black people sound Spanish. So that's what I was all like, maybe that's what they assume. But you was all like, I am mixed, but that's not even what I'm mixed with. And on top of that, you've always said you were black. You never said anything but black.
Hello. And oh, you're right. The thing about it is, and then it's it's just so many levels to that. Like just even hearing that come from a weirdo who is claiming to be Black, to say that about another Black person, it's just weird within itself. And it's like, you did all that, that's wild. Like, lying on somebody, that's crazy. And I would think that you would have more than just that one picture. You got a picture of me when I was 16 and you saying I bleached my skin, but there's a picture of me when my daughter is 2. I have pictures. My daughter is 20 years old. I'm pretty sure if I bleach my skin, I didn't do it at 16 years old. Mm-hmm. It had to happen. So was there a trail of pictures that was shown? Because I don't know. I didn't watch the video. I just, heard about it and, got the clips of what was said. So my thing is, if you didn't show a trail of pictures or any type of real hard proof, why would you put that allegation out there on somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Especially as a Black person, when you yourself said, because, thanks to our good old troll friend, they gave me some receipts on this new situation. And there was a post that was said that, this person don't attack Black people. They might talk about somebody's hair, but they would never be a colorist and talk about somebody's skin complexion. But then they turn around and do that. That's funny. That's right. What gets me. Like, it's like, oh, okay, that's cute.
Because my thing is like, what if you took the information that all these emails gathered and you used that and put that out there, as true? You know what I mean? What if you took that?
Let me tell you some real shit, AT2. If I put out the information that I really have, fuck what they send it out in them emails, okay? Because what's facts, we gonna always put facts over anything. Sade, and I already said this, Sade, that's her name. If Sade would confirm what date she got her email, if Sade got that same email from David Johnson, the same way that Tells got that email from David Johnson on July 5th, and Willie got that email on July 5th, anybody who had a problem with Nosy Ho got that email on July 5th from that David Johnson email. But let's be clearer. The original email came out June 23rd. After my video that I did that said Nosy Ho and Tales from the Popo have gone wild. I received the information then, and I was told that it would be sent out to other YouTubers. So if I was to really put out all the information that I knew, then, it could be a wrecking ball. But because I've learned what Texas laws are and, Colorado laws are and, Lake Charles laws are, I've learned that, I'm just not going to jump out here and be trying to dox people because once again, that's not who I am. That's not why I came out here. I don't want to dox nobody. That's not, it's creepy looking at y'all niggas shit, just so we clear. That's weird. I don't even know how y'all can sit around and be doing something like that. It's weird. But to each his own. But we'll see. I'm not gonna, I don't have to, dox anybody. It just needs to be handled at this point. And the truth is that, we know who the people are involved. Like, there's no going around that. Like, I don't care if they change their name because I could easily did a video on how somebody changed their name and, their new name is this. I could have did that video. I could have easily debunked that. Oh, no. She said 3 kids. Oh, no, she don't have 3 kids. She got cha-cha. She got hop-hop. I could have really ran it down. Like, we could have went through the voices. Because I know at one point you see my story where we had videos up there. And it was like, if I really want to drop this, we could. But, I'm not here for clicks and views. I'm not here to dox nobody, because ultimately I do believe what I did was right for those people. So they just going to have to answer to that in real time. That's it. Period.
Well, I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm.
That was some information. That probably was like the best 3 minutes out of this whole interview.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was shooken. Like, I didn't know what to say. I mean,
right. Any more questions, Jake from State Farm?
Jake, you got any questions?
Any more questions? So y'all wasn't weirded out while somebody was going out trying to even make videos on my wage garnishment? That didn't weird nobody out. Like, why would you be worried about this girl's wage garnishments? Like, what? I'm confused. I'm confused.
I mean, right.
And I mean,
that's right.
ultimately, one thing about it, two things for sure. I never came on YouTube and begged for anything. I've never asked anybody for anything. So why would I come on YouTube and lie? Like, what sense does that make?
Right. What
I mean,
like, why would
ultimately,
you have
one
to...
of them knows that they worked in Microsoft, right? One of them knows that they worked in Microsoft, right? So one of them knows that their father is a cop. Like, we don't have to keep going through those tactual things, because in the end, it all comes out. But, I mean, they know why a person would think it was them, because I mean, what random person would just decide to start fucking with somebody, pay shit, send them somewhere, don't collect the checks, and do some weird shit like this? Who does that? Weirdos. The same people that miraculously find your name out of nowhere. You found my name from a video that I did on vacation when you weren't even on YouTube. Nobody caught that one. You wasn't even on YouTube yet, allegedly. But I'm on vacation with my friends, and you in my video, allegedly, because clearly that's where my name came from. And you got my name, Barbara, and we know that is one of the most common names in the world. How did you find me? How did you still find me? Out of all those people, need on a haystack.
Right,
but
because
it
the
just
name
shows
Barbara, I wouldn't even know where to look. Like, there's probably a trillion different Barbaras.
But if you look up my business name, which people were privy to, right? You will find the pictures that some people posted, right? Because that was on my business page. And my business page would have led you to my personal page. See, there's no dummies here. But I just hope everybody's smart. Start doing makeup again. Start booking appointments again. Like, start getting out, living your lives. Do what you gotta do. Please move around. Don't stay shuttled up, baby. Don't stay shuttled up. Move out. Move around, people.
Whew. Whew. Man. Yeah. So it seems like there's a lot of truth out there that could be said, but it's a time and a place for everything. If I understand correctly, right?
That's the most part of it that I've learned, that there's a time and a place for everything. And me being online talking about it on my channel is just not the time or the place to do it.
Right. And you know what the crazy part is? There has been a couple of people that try to say that you were talking about me or you were throwing my name, throwing me underneath the bus. And like, I just want to confirm right now, that was never true. Cups never said anything negative about me and try to say anything or allude anything. That's a whole lie. And of course they think like, oh, AT2 is going to go off on his channel, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not. You're not going to get us to fight. You're not going to get us to, have this public spat and start fighting each other. That's never going to happen.
Right. And I mean, ultimately, I'm a real nigga. So anything I've ever said, I can say to your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why even when you came on my channel, when the whole situation happened once again with these people, and you was like, oh, this person know me. And I was like, no, she don't know you. I'm telling you, she don't know you because she was in my inbox and I'm the one that went to her about the situation. So I've always been honest about my situation or anything that I say about anybody. But, the thing about these people is they like to run to people and say, oh, she talked about you. But guess what? They won't put an ad on it. They won't put it in a group chat with me. They won't come up here and show you proof and say, this is what this person said about you. They can't do things like that.
Right.
Because those things are not true. Those things right there are not true. And one thing that I've always learned is that, if you could come to me and tell me that somebody was talking about me, I'm only looking at you to see why they were so comfortable that they told you. How do you know this information? Where did you get this from?
Right.
So,
and people don't realize how loyal you are, because there's even been a couple of people I'll be like, Cups, don't deal with these people. These people ain't good for you. They be with this person, that person. You're like, no, let me handle it. Like, it's fine,
Right.
So even then, when people bring stuff to you, you still don't run and tell people or try to do anything. Like, you solid, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. For me, like I said, I'm more the kind of person that's like, even if something come across me, because a lot of things has definitely come across my desk, I'm not the kind of person that's going to jump out and be like, whoop-de-whoop. Or I learned that throughout time that a lot of these people really are, once again, social climbers. It's the clout to 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Right. We seen it in real time in this last year. A lot of these people who got to 1,000, they clouted their way to 1,000. They didn't give you content. They didn't draw their audience in with their persona or their entertainment. They drew people in by the tactics of whatever, whatever the heck they was doing. But it was clouty. Because everybody that they came in with, they fell out with. Me, I came in here by myself. Don't get me wrong. I met some people along the way. The situation just didn't work out the way it was. I can admit that I could have handled that situation better. That's when I was new on YouTube. That's when I jumped to go live. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have done that, and I can admit to that. But, I moved forward from that situation. That's why I don't talk about them. I don't, I try to, if that's my way of showing you, like, all right, I'm not going to say nothing about you. That's cool. Just move forward and I'm going to move forward. But I don't get that from people. It's like if I stop dealing with somebody, if I say, all right, cool, I'm cool on you, it's the hate train come. They just start shading you. They talking about you. And it's like, wait, damn, now you hate me? I'm confused. Why?
Right. They all of a sudden want to turn on you and make this big deal of things. And it happens all the time,
Right. Right.
Something else that I found interesting was that I feel that there had been probably a lot of people that have disappointed you, but one situation that disappointed you, and I'm just going to say her name, let's not sugarcoat it, Yvette, because like you said earlier, like you were out there defending me, defending her, saying like, this is not true. This is the stuff that, this stuff, it did not happen and da-da-da-da-da. And then it was like, she had someone, and I guess they're not friends anymore, but had someone basically like attacking you, and you was like holding her accountable, like, hey, this ain't cool. Right. How you gonna do this and then go talk shit on your station head, which we gonna get the station head, but talk shit on your station head. And I think you gave her the benefit of the doubt, and unfortunately, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, real quick?
I mean, when it came to Yvette, I was hurt by the situation as far as the route that she took as far as using Sparkle, because I felt like she's like, I seen her as like one of us, somebody who been through something. We learned, I would have thought we all learned something from that situation coming up out of it. Like, maybe they ain't so cool to be, cool with everybody. Like, maybe they ain't so cool to be doing that. Like, but to see her use Sparkle like that, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, why would you do something like that? And to see that Sparkle easily brought into it, it's like, that's crazy. These are people that I would literally, like, I will help at the drop of the dime. Anytime they're in my inbox, I'm answering them without a shadow of a doubt. And to see that, it was like, wow. But honestly, that wasn't, I'm gonna be a being. When I fell out with BTB, to me, I feel like that was when I learned that lesson in real time at that moment. That, even because I learned in that moment that, people are going to disappoint you. And you have to be okay with that. And it goes both ways. I maybe disappointed her. We disappointed each other. That's what I could sum it up to. And, my choices resulted into maybe people being hurt. I am a jokey person. I do troll around a lot with my things. I try to be funny with my commentary. And I feel like a lot of people get offended by it. But it's like, I don't get offended when people do stuff. People send me stuff like, oh, did you know this person was over there? Did you know this person did this? Did you notice? And I don't never go to them or shade them or say nothing but it seemed like every time I do something, people want to hold you accountable of it. And that's one thing I don't like on YouTube. No one can control me. No one can control my content. I don't care how cool we are. I don't want to control nobody. We can help each other, but nobody's going to control me. And I don't care how many subscribers you come with. Okay.
Right. I always just think about like, I'm responsible for myself. Like, I can't make nobody do anything that they don't want to do. I'm not controlling anybody. I'm not using no kind of mind manipulation or anything that they're thinking that I'm doing. People are free to do whatever they want to do. And I think also, it's a testament to our friendship because it's not a situation where we're using each other,
Right.
a lot of people on YouTube, they use each other.
Right. It's like, oh, I need you to do this with me. And we, that's one thing we don't do. We support each other. That's why I say, even throughout this whole situation, the best thing, you could have did was not jump on YouTube while I was not, in my best place and interview me and, make money off of that type of situation. You then made a group chat and you said, in a sense, like, we all here to support each other. Let's just be positive and support each other. And that's the best thing that somebody could do, and even to say somebody like August and Rello, like, we had a bad falling out last year.
Yeah, shout out to
thankful. Yeah, and happy birthday to him as well, to August.
Oh, it's his birthday?
His birthday was yesterday, I believe.
I gotta say happy birthday.
Yeah, but shout out to them because it really shows you in true form the realness of people. Because even though we did have a falling out, when this shit started going down, they was one of the first people that reached out to me and said, what could we do? How can we help you? And to me, that's real. When people coming to you, they're not trying to come to you for drama. They coming to you to make sure you're okay. They're like, are you okay? And I
they were one of the
that.
few people that reached out to me too and was all like, yo, we here to support you. Don't even worry about it. Like, they were the people that actually supported me and they didn't owe me shit. We weren't even that close for them to owe me
They could have, just like
and they had my fucking back.
Right, just like anybody else in that time, as I seen them real time, because I was just amazed when somebody sent me the video and they like, oh, Sweet Pea Diaries, and this other person is up there talking about you and saying all stuff that you're jealous of them. Yeah, like, I was just like so thrown back when I heard it. And, once again, I did not think, because ultimately sometimes I don't think, because I'm a Sagittarius. Like, sometimes I'm just sporadic with my shit. And I'm like, it's just funny to me that these Black women will sit up here and lie like this and say that I'm jealous of them. Like, I have nothing to be jealous of any person for. Like, I can show all the money in the world. I could hold $1,400 flip-flops up. I could go on the best vacations in the world. But, clearly to these people, I'm just jealous and they don't know why I'm jealous, because anybody that they're connected to, I disconnected with. You're not going to find nobody out here on YouTube that say they cut cups off. You're not going to find that.
Right. Yo, that makes me think. I do remember when you had dropped that receipt on her because, I got all the fake girl. You dropped that receipt on her and like it shooketh the whole YouTube land. And then all of a sudden she had a falling out with that friend. But let me play a commercial real quick.
Girl, he was supposed to go get him a lawyer. Instead, he was at the buffet eating crab legs, sucking on crab legs. Girl, he was over there just cracking them crab legs and sucking on them and eating them. Girl, he didn't go get him a lawyer. He was at the buffet eating the crab legs. Girl, oh girl, you know I got the receipts, girl.
But anyway, it's funny because, like, even though you dropped that receipt, it's still like you didn't want any problems with her,
And AT2, let me say this. Listen, that's half of the receipts. Like, and she knows that.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's half because, to be completely honest, when people did start attacking her, I could have did a whole lot of things. Did she scam her job? Cups knows. My thing about it is we could have taken 1,000. I didn't take that moment to kick her while she was down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my flow. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, let me tell you what she did and whoop-de-whoop. I didn't do that. This motherfucker got the laptop up there. I didn't do that, nor would I do that, because it don't serve me nothing to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? My only thing is just that, listen, if you don't like me, that's cool. Just don't like me. My only thing is just don't lie on me. Don't lie on me. Just don't like me.
Right. Exactly. And that's my problem. My problem is that she has told too many lies. And my thing is that, okay, me playing the commercial, that's kind of like my little revenge. I mean, there could be like things where I can hop on this trend and like just attack her and do a billion videos. I did one a few months ago. That's all I needed to do. I don't need to keep on doing videos. My way of getting revenge, I keep playing that damn crab leg commercial, and that was a diss against me because she said I stole the people money, which I never had a GoFundMe. I just want to clarify that. And, instead of getting me a lawyer, I took the money and went to the buffet and was eating crab legs. So I made a joke out of something that was disrespectful to me. So, me playing the commercial, if that's, me being petty or whatever, I take it. I own that. But, it's more that I could say, and I'm being a gentleman by not saying more.
Right.
And here's the thing, too. Because someone tried to tell me that she apologized to me. If I didn't hear the apology, there was no apology. If she took it upon herself and apologized and was like, AT2, I shouldn't, no matter what, I shouldn't have kicked off all this shit. I shouldn't have kicked all of this off because, she was the catalyst of this because she wanted to get revenge on, I'm just going to say everybody's name. She wanted to get revenge on Bossy for whatever situation that they had.
Right.
And so she brought this information out to try to shame her, but then in fact turned against me and partnered up with the other two people that don't like me. And now they turned against her. And she still doesn't realize, this is a problem. I should have never done this. She doesn't realize this. And I'm all like, lady, are you fucking kidding me? You don't realize how much you fucked up and you don't realize how much of a problem this was? I had you on my fucking channel. Like you were on my channel. We did the Do You Even Care thing every Friday. And like we had so much fun. And for you not to go like, AT2, I really fucked up and I should not have did that. And then for you to try to play the little semantics with the words, like, no, I didn't tell people to call the cops. I told them to report it. What the fuck is the difference?
Right, like, what's the difference?
What the fuck is the difference? My fucking nerves. But I'm sorry. But anyway.
No, but and that was even like with me. Like I never heard no apology from her from the things that she did to me. And that was even before this current situation. Prior to that, like it was like I never even did nothing to this woman. Like it was just like she just never liked me. Like, and that's cool too. But it's like don't be mad that I got the receipts that prove my truth. Like, the truth is what I can prove. You know what I'm saying? All I know is my side of the story and I'm sticking to it. So I've always told what I know is the truth and presented the receipts with it. And the receipts show that I've never had a problem with her. You know what I'm saying? Me and you ain't have no issues. But anytime that somebody did have an issue with me, you gave them a platform to talk shit about me and you went along with talking shit about me, or you jumped on a platform and talk shit about me. Did I do that to you? No, I did not. And I've never done that to nobody.
Right. And I dropped the link for Jennifer because I want to know what situation Jennifer was in. Like Jennifer said, hey, y'all, sorry I'm late. I was in a situation that had to be taken care of. So I don't know why I did a country accent. I'm sorry. Shout out to all the country bumpkins out there.
Right. Shout out to our country people. Our people in the South.
Something was going on, so I want to know what was going on.
Right. Our people in the South over there. Okay.
I'm confused about having classes to show people how to grow their channel and make money. Why did I put this comment up? And make money, but then you ask subs for money for your emergencies. I mean, we got questions, right?
Right. And my thing is, I didn't take that opportunity to make videos about you or to do X, Y, and Z about whoop-de-whoop or none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't do that because that's not my heart. I'm not out here trying to tear no Black person down, but it just shows you how many people would jump on the bandwagon to tear you down. So that's what I really learned about the situation. It's like, dang, like when I heard about these things, I'm like, yo, this person was under the comments laughing. And I'm like, yo, she used to be in my chat all the time, you know what I'm saying? And, they love you today and then they hate you tomorrow. The next, they be like, oh, well, I always liked you. I always loved you. I just stopped coming around because that day when you were on your live, you had said that, and it made me feel like, but it's like, bro, what?
Right. And before I let Jennifer up here, I do want to say this because it was brought to my attention, like she was saying things like, and then I'm gonna move on from her. She was saying things like, oh, you never go after a man and da-da-da-da-da. And so she teamed up with Sean Davy Way. But then Sean Davy Way in turn turned against her. So it was all like, the only reason why I quote unquote went after you is because you try to put a crime on me. And then you try to try to have people go against me.
She ran with it. Right.
I don't give a fuck about Sean because at the end of the day, I don't know him. And I don't want to know him. It is what it is. However, you and me, we were supposed to be cool, and you did
Right.
something disrespectful to me. And still, technically, I might have said the B, I said the B word or whatever. I'm not going to take that back. Do I think that's the right thing to say? No. However, at the time, that was the nicest word that I could think of. I'll tell you that.
Right.
But let me go ahead and let Jennifer up here. Thank you for coming up, Jennifer. But I want to say, someone said you had a falling out with Willy Vanilli. Is this true?
Right. I was looking at this comment. I was like, what?
Who's Willy Vanilli?
You said who's Willy Vanilli?
Oh, that's old school YouTube there.
That's Jaguar. Yeah, that's Jaguar. That's for the Jaguars. Yeah. That's for the Jaguar babies. Yeah, that's for the Jaguar. We ain't that old school now. 82. Don't put us all the way back there now. Don't give us too many years now. That's for the Jaguar babies. The Jaguar.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about
Jennifer
that.
said Millie Vanilli. Jennifer said Millie Vanilli.
I was like, is somebody lip syncing? Is somebody lip syncing?
Right.
What's going on?
Right, like what's going on?
But I did not have a falling out with Willie. I didn't say she had one. I just acted she did. No, I didn't have a falling out with Willie. If I could be completely honest, because I am being honest, I'm on my storm shit. I think that just at that moment, Willie was having a situation with other content creators. And I feel like maybe he felt like I supported them more than him. And which was not the truth. I supported everybody equally, as I tried to all the time. And I don't know if that's the reason. So I don't want to, but all I do know is that I don't know. I don't know. But I don't have a problem with him. I know he did write something on one of my videos one day. He said we were good. We don't have a problem. And, I did reach out to him. I mean, when we do speak in the DM, I mean, the last time I spoke to him, we had great combo. He did reach out. Right. I did reach out to him when he lost a family member. And when he did come back on Instagram, he did, respond back. And, we had a small conversation. But,
And not everybody on YouTube is friends. Like, we're acquaintances, or coworkers, as some people say. But not all of us are friends. We might see people in passing because we're in kind of like the same sector or we cross each other, but we're not all friends. And I'm not saying that he wasn't your friend, but what I'm saying is that he probably was more of an acquaintance. If he was your friend, you probably still would talk to him.
And I also think at that time, if I could be kind of clearer, he kind of left YouTube because of everything that was going on. It was so, I guess, with, he kind of went to bingo. So it was kind of like he kind of left for a while.
Yeah.
So, and when he came back, I don't know. I just, maybe he was out the algorithm. I didn't see any videos from him or anything like that, but I don't have any problems with Willie. I miss him too. I enjoyed his content. I always loved going to his channel, so I don't have a problem with him.
Yeah. Now, Jennifer, what information you had to clear up or something was going on? This is the hour where we're going to be like, let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
Anything you want to clear up real quick?
Well, no, I mean, what's going on. I mean, so all day long, me and two other people have been getting dragged saying that we're weird because we were just trying to give somebody some advice on their situation.
Oh, Tulsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say the name, girl. Say the name.
Say the name.
Hey, so Deb.
What's up, Deb?
So I have no idea why she was so mad, but then she blocked me on YouTube. But while she was live and said that she blocked me on YouTube, then she tried to call me on IG while she was live. I guess because she wanted a moment, but I was not going to give her that moment.
Oh my God, yo! I was like, now listen, Tulsa. When she started going off, I had to really raise up for a second. I'm like, wait, hold up. What is going on here? These people are crazy.
Yeah, it's just
right. I unsubscribed. I'll be honest. I wasn't going to say anything, but I unsubscribed from her because I was all like, you're not going to have people come to me and tell me that you were talking shit. And then when I go up on your panel and ask you about it, you're like, well, I don't know. No.
Right.
Okay, I don't have time for the games. You're a grown-ass woman. I'm grown. And I don't want to play these games. You either said something or you didn't. You can be honest and be like, hey, I just don't feel like you have my back or whatever, just be honest about it. But don't pussyfoot around it when I come up on your panel. That's what pissed me off. So I unsubscribed.
Right.
Well, I mean, not only that, so she did come up on the panel that I was just on. And instead of like addressing the situation, the person whose panel who it was said,
Was it on somebody's channel?
Whose panel was it? Tell us the man. We over here being messy. Go ahead. Let it go.
It was on Levon's channel, Levon's Library.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
And so he welcomed her up there, Well, first of all, she kept like coming backstage, and then like I guess she was waving her hands or acting crazy or whatever. So he was trying to tell her, look, I'll let you up, just let me finish what I'm saying. But then she would drop down, she'd come back. Then she was streaming his live on her live. And then she did finally come up, and he was like, well, what do you want to say? And she was like, about what? I'm like, girl, you have literally been dragging this man all day long. You've been dragging him. And so Q let loose on her.
Oh, really?
Q really let her have it. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, we definitely going to watch this after this.
Right.
But what was your thoughts about it, Jennifer? Because you are coming from a place where there were people disrespecting her pronouns and stuff like that, and you were defending her all like, and then you were like, oh, I guess I don't know everything that's going on, blah, 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 blah. Can you just tell me how you feel inside?
Well, I mean, here was the thing for me. I did not appreciate like her being misgendered. I absolutely believe that she was attacked. I saw that she was attacked. I absolutely believe, based on what you can hear in the video, that they were, like purposely misgendering her, in a hateful way.
Said when she went there, they looked at her and was like, oh, I know what you is. And they had already a disdain for her. And then when the cops came, they were like, oh, we know what you is. And they automatically had a disdain for her. And like someone said, because I kept saying Oklahoma is in the Bible Belt, but they're just saying people are just ignorant in general. So they probably automatically assumed and had this disdain for who she is and was all like, oh, F her, we don't really give a damn. So she never was going to have a fair playing field anyway. Keep on going, Jennifer. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Right. And I was even defending her because there were people saying, well, she should have just left. But I said, well, in the video, it does look like to me that there was the guy who had hit her was standing in the doorway that she would have to leave through. And the woman who had the stick or the pole or whatever was standing outside by her car. So if I was her, I would be like, I'm going to wait for the police too. And so I understand that.
Right.
So I was defending her. The situation became different, and she got upset because I started saying I did not like the fact that she was like, then promoting her GoFundMe, but then was talking about like, trans women who have been unalived and saying stuff about Breonna Taylor. And I just didn't like those things being commingled together.
Right. Correlating that together, right.
And so that was just my opinion. Again, I do not doubt that she was attacked, anything like that. Well, apparently she got mad about that. So she went on and said that me and Q and Levon were laughing at her, which was a lie. She said that she called us weird. That's her word for everybody who, I guess, gives her advice or questions her. Marcella was trying to give her advice on her live today, and she got mad because Marcella was just trying to give her advice, and she started yelling at Marcella, and she said, you're not going to tell me what to do. Nobody tells me what to do. That's one of my triggers. And she like slammed her desk, and then some glass broke. And so
I've seen the video.
Did the roosters cluck afterwards?
Honey, the rooster.
And then she needed weed again. So
the rooster has been going off all day, girl. The rooster has not shut up. Okay.
Yeah.
So and then it just starts seeming like, okay, so then, after this happens today, then, I find out that, she's apparently mad at me. Then she says that she's blocked me. Then she tries to call me on IG. She's saying that she needed this money because she's afraid to leave her house. She's scared. But then she got in her car today. She also said that she had some type of condition called dead legs. But then she got in her car while she was on live to drive to go buy weed. and then was telling the people in the live to cash up her $20 so she could buy the weed.
Oh no.
And she was perfectly fine driving. She was perfectly fine talking to everybody in the weed dispensary. Then she's going and she just randomly stops and talks to what looks like a little kid who's skateboarding and asks him if she can interview him because he was a black kid skateboarding, and she said that she doesn't see that many black kids are into skateboarding. I mean, the poor child was probably terrified.
What?
I mean, it just doesn't make
Curious. Google it for us, cousin.
Google it, because I've never heard of dead legs, and she kept on saying I have dead legs. But Jennifer, just like you said, if you have dead legs, why are you driving?
Yeah, and if you're scared to leave the house, then why are you going out of the house to buy weed? Why are you? And then she was like, well, I need you to send me $20, but send it, but I want to keep my I think she was basically telling him, don't send it to the GoFundMe, to send it to her Cash App, because she wanted to keep the Cash App and the GoFundMe money separate.
No, that's a lie. Not keep it separate. At this point, let me do this while we're on the phone right now. I'm about to start a GoFundMe right now. 25K.
Right.
And then, I don't know. I mean, apparently, I didn't know, I don't know, Cups. Apparently she was mad at you for something. I don't know.
That's what I was trying to find out. So you didn't hear why she was. All I know is that people said that Tulsa was going off on me, and I'm like, what the hell happened?
Right.
And
that's what I do too.
Yeah, and then I went over there and I heard her say, Cups talking about why do she need 25K why does she need 25K or something like that. So I'm like, what? So I go on Instagram and I look in the inbox and she done wrote a mess. Mind you, she in a group chat. I ain't gonna say that part. That's just out of control. So I look at, she messaged and she said, oh, Cups, something about, let me read it because it's only good if I read it. Hold on.
Ooh, exclusive.
Don't be childish.
and she also accused Vegas Girl of bashing her, and Vegas Girl was like, no, I did not.
She said, count me out with Cups. I can't move with folks that aren't true to themselves, don't support me in private, and bash and slander me in public. So I would need to know.
In the same group chat that you're in?
Yes.
So you can see it. That makes it funnier.
That's why I was confused. I wrote back. I said, huh? I said, okay.
Yo, in the same group chat that you were in.
I'm just confused. So you're upset with me because I was in somebody chat that I've been supporting, right? Having a good kiki in the moment, because there's been plenty of times that you have trolled, Tulsa. You can agree to that, right? Having fun in the moment. Right. Because I would hate for you to think that you got more rights than me, because we are equal, my sister. Okay?
Right.
There is no zero or no God above either one of us. So if it's okay for you to give commentary or a kiki or a shady comment or a clout chase or whatever you see fit or deem fit whenever you're into whatever character you're in, then you sure enough can't be upset with me for saying that I want to get me a 25K gate too. What's wrong with me? I want to know what yours was about so we don't make it the same. How you know I wasn't trying to do that? Shit.
Right. And you know what an important question is, and let's go ahead and address it. And I think Jennifer is the best person to ask. Is there animosity between gay men and trans women?
Yeah, I mean, it does happen. I mean, the LGBTQ community, I mean, we're a whole mess within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We have gay men. We have gay men who don't like women, like they don't like lesbians. We have gay men that don't like trans women. We have racist gay white men. We have, honey, we are just as messed up as everybody else.
Right,
okay?
because Scooter Brown thinks he can't be ignorant because he's gay.
Well, that's a lie, because he is. But, I mean, we have just as many problems, and there is a history of that. Like, there are gay men who think of trans women like, oh, it's fine, like if they're trans women who perform like in drag shows, like they're an entertainer. But as far as like supporting them and living their actual lives as trans women, they are not supportive, and they're, they will use transphobic slurs and stuff like that. And so the thing that was really upsetting me is that, Wiley didn't do it, but there were people in his chat who were misgendering her. And so I was like, I did not appreciate that at all, because it doesn't matter. Like, if you want to say that you don't agree agree with her or whatever, then that's fine. But you don't have to go to that.
Right.
You know
If
what
you
I
don't
mean?
want to call her pronouns, just call her Tosa.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. I did not like that, you know, and again, nothing against Wiley, because Wiley wasn't the one doing it. I was just saying,
Right. And he
there
was respectful in his interview. I don't think he did anything wrong.
well, and that's like, you know.
I got a question for Wiley.
Oh, what's your question?
For one, I got a question for Wiley, and I'm letting y'all know right now here today. Let's be clear. I got a beef with Wiley too. Okay, we got a 2-on-1 special tonight.
Oh, we got a beef. Okay.
Beef,
Lord.
like the ribs. So my question is, why did he have a change of heart in interviewing Tosa? Because in the beginning he kept hanging the phone on her when she was calling in, trying to get, you know, the help, the support, whatever. I do understand it was the wrong time for her to call in and all that other stuff. But it seemed like it was like, did his friend, Miss TT, tell him to do the interview with her?
Well, no, remember he said this. If I get a strike, I'll just cut this part out of my video. Let's go ahead and play it real quick.
Mental health. I read the article. Now, I don't know if the hotel told Queen Tosa to leave and she refused to leave the premises because the police said they got her a trespassing charge. So yeah, it goes on that magnitude. But I had to be the first one. I reached out to some of the content creators that I'm on a group chat with. All of them refused to pick up her story. And I said, you know what? I was sleeping in my bed. I said, Wiley, and I answered, I said, yes, you got to cover the Queen Tosa story. I said, really? Yes. And so I covered it. And I brought it up here. And, you know, some questions that she didn't answer and all of that. But I don't know. I've heard word on the street that the person that was there was a prostitute. You know, that's what I heard. And so when Sean Davy Way said that she was there for prostitution, I did some research. I talked to some working girls, and they even said this probably was a prostitution ring gone wrong. And so I had to cover it. And so we don't know all the details. I contacted the police, the Tulsa police. It's under investigation, and I will give you more details about it because she said she was going to sue.
So that's what happened. He said, he was like, Wiley, and Wiley said, yes.
Yes. Yo, that sent me. Yo, even when I'm trying to be for him, I can't even stop from laughing. Yo, that was funny because I didn't watch it.
Wiley is funny as hell.
Here's the other thing too. You know, like we even said, you know, whenever we were on the live that she's now attacking us about, we were saying if that is what it is, that makes no difference to us because it doesn't negate the fact that he was attacked. I mean, I have no problem with people who are sex workers. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let me say something. I want to speak. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. If she was a streetwalker, that does have something to do with it. That makes all the reason why she would be trespassing it. Because if she came in there and she said something about it, or you can't hear me?
What'd you say, Jennifer?
No, everybody is going out. Maybe it's my internet.
I think it's yours. I can hear you, Cups.
Oh, you can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what part of the story was we on? Because now he jumping in.
Oh, you were saying if she was a streetwalker.
Right, if she was a streetwalker. Right, they, you know, it would have been soliciting the prostitution. Like, you know, she coming up in there trying to solicit herself. That they could have with trespassing charges. Like saying, like, oh, you can't be here. They could automatically knew her off the street. Like if they know her, you know, we don't know. I mean, ultimately, listen, I'm not trying to say anything wrong about her story, you know, because I did when she called herself, I guess, going off on me, I did actually look at the interview in the article. And, you know, I'm just like, okay, you know, whether she was, I'm not saying that it matters to judge her. No. But what I'm saying is if the people in the hotel, if they knew that she was a streetwalker and she was trying to get in there to get somewhere, had she stalled them and where she was trying to go or anything like that, this is probably how it even started. Because they're trying to figure out where she's trying to go. She's trying not to tell them. They probably already know she's a streetwalker because, you know, if it's a local hotel, you know the locals, you know the girls, you know the people. Just like Wally said, he called some of his streetwalker friends. Yeah, I called some of my streetwalker friends, and they said that if it's a motel, not a hotel, and that's what it looked like, you know, they usually know who the streetwalkers are.
Well, actually, what it was, I think, okay, so it was a hometown suites. Now, we have hotels that are similar to that, like here in the Midwest. And what they are is they're like extended stay places. And they are known for either drug activity or for, prostitution. Because
Right.
because there are people or like businessmen who are there like in town working for like a week. And so, they try to get a little something. But then there's also people who are unhoused part of the time,
Right.
who can't afford
Yeah.
rent. And so they pay for a week or whatever. I don't know for sure, but that's what it looked like. It looked like the ones that we have here. So that could very well be possible. And again, still, even whenever we were talking about that last night, I was like, it still doesn't,
Yeah.
anything because she shouldn't have been attacked. But my whole thing is if you're asking people for money, then it's okay for them to ask questions. If my best friend, who is also gay, asked me, well, he would know better than ask me for $25,000 because I'd be like, hell no. But if he asked
Right.
me for $500, I'd be like, bitch, what the hell you need $500 for?
Right.
You
Anybody,
know what
like,
I
we
mean?
all know,
Right.
that before somebody give you money, they want to know everything. Tell me what happened. I
Right.
need to know. I got to
Right.
determine
What
the
are the next
severity of the
steps in
situation.
taking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I need to know where are these funds headed to? You know what I'm saying? And it's not about, not supporting somebody, because once again, I was really just joking and trolling in the
Right.
chat. Like, I seen 82 was live. I came in there. I was giving a kiki. Never did I say she wasn't attacked or, try to disrespect her or misgender her. I never did any of that in the chat. I was really trolling like the 25K, because I'm like, wow, we just heard 25K about a week
Right.
ago. And I'm like, Jesus, 25K again? I feel like that's a sign. Like, I need to start me something with 25K. That's what I thought. I didn't
Right.
think that would make her get so upset with me, that you would think that I'm this loyal person and I'm, defaming you and I'm
Right.
doing all these hurtful things to you. And it's like, wow, girl, just because of that, like, that's crazy.
Right.
And I mean, we all do silly stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in chats, like, I know that like a lot of times Cups, you'll come in and you just say, my. And then
Right.
because that's when I'd be like, okay, Johnny Gill. And
Right.
then, sometimes I just come in and just have like the eyes like, oh, what's going
Right.
on in here? You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
it's just a little kiki. It wasn't anything bad. You know what I mean? Just like what we were talking about wasn't anything bad. We were all saying, that we believe that she was attacked, that we don't think she should have been attacked. But just because
Right.
we
We
said
definitely
something
don't.
about the money, she got like really, really mad.
Right.
But
I
then
was
on
like,
but
Jesus.
then on YouTube today, all she's doing is asking for money. So girl, I mean, you're just making the case. Like, I mean,
Right. This really sounds like a situation. And Jennifer, let me know if I'm using the word right, but it seemed like a situation she was going to go meet the trade for an exchange. And then it turned out wrong.
Right. The deal
well,
went down
I mean,
bad. Not like it wasn't a
possibly.
lot,
I
it
mean,
wasn't a bust, but the deal went bad. It went down bad. Ultimately, whatever happened when she got in there, it could have went 1,000 ways. I mean, don't get me wrong. Whoever this man was, he shouldn't have put his hands on
Right.
Tulsa. I agree.
Definitely that wasn't okay.
1,000%. That
Right.
wasn't okay. And Tulsa recording that was great of her. She did a great job by doing that. But I think to help people more, she should have went a little bit further to voice record, to give us a little bit more context, to do herself that service, to make sure she have the proper evidence to fit her story of when she was saying, "Don't call me he, I'm a she," so we can know that is what was going on. Because if that was the case, when the police came there, it's like, why wasn't she able to press charges on the man that hit her?
Well, see,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Thank
Here's
you,
the other
Shalissa,
thing.
for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Here's the other thing too. I mean, we know that like the police do not treat
Right.
LGBTQ people with fairness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially a black
Right.
trans woman.
Right.
They are gonna immediately think that she's like doing
Dismiss
something, or
you.
yeah,
Right.
they're
Right.
gonna have a bias towards her a lot of times. And so that's why I was like, we want to make sure, that because people were saying, well, what, why did the police give her a trespassing citation? I'm like, well, probably because the police usually aren't on our side, to be perfectly honest. And especially her being black and trans, I don't
Right.
believe that they would have been on her side. And so
Right.
that's the point that I was trying to make. But she got mad at me all about saying something about the GoFundMe. And I'm just like, look, we're just talking about why are you using these unalived women
Right.
in the same
Mhm.
breath as you're asking people to donate to a GoFundMe, because that just didn't sit right with me. It just didn't sit right with me. And that's okay.
Right.
She don't have to agree with me, but she didn't
Right.
need to go off of me and block me.
Right. And I think
Right.
also too, if that was her plight, like, yo, I'm trying to bring awareness to trans women, and that's always been her. But to me, for me, I must have missed it. I don't know that to be her platform. You know what I mean? Like, has that always been your platform to bring awareness to trans women and stuff like that?
No,
The short answer is no,
no.
because there's
That's the short
stories
and the
like
long
she hasn't
answer.
even told people that she might have mentioned in passing to me, but there's stories that she doesn't even tell people. So it's like,
Right.
you can't, I don't expect her to tell all her business, but if
Right.
you are going to be a voice and, you say you're an activist, one thing
Right.
I want to say, and I'll be very, and I'm going to be clear on that, she is not an activist. I
Right.
am not an activist.
Right.
However, you can be a person that lives in that experience. Just like when
Yeah.
there's a black man that gets killed by the cops, I can't say all of a sudden I'm an activist, but I will
Right.
talk about it because I'm going to share my experience. There's
Right.
people actually out there doing the real work. What real work has she done to be an activist?
And see,
Right.
that was the other thing I think that kind of like upset me a little bit, because, with the name of Breonna Taylor being brought into it, because I lived in Louisville for 15 years. Louisville is still like home for me, and that happened in Louisville. Their police department is problematic on so many levels. And so there have been people who have been down there protesting and fighting for justice since she was killed by the
Right.
police. And
Mhm.
without them, there would be absolutely nothing happening that is happening right now. One of the
Right.
Right.
cops just pleaded guilty today to falsifying a police report and then trying to
Uh-huh.
cover it up. And and Breonna Taylor's family got a large payment from the city. And again, I'm sure that they would much rather have her back, than
Right.
have that
Exactly.
money. But the thing
Right.
is that it was those people who have been down on the ground every day or almost
Right.
every day doing that and fighting for justice for her. That is activism. And on top of that, 3 of the activists that have been down there have been unalived since since this happened after she was
Right.
killed.
Right.
So then you not only have her, but then you have the activists who have actually died doing their activism. And so
Right.
that, to me, it was
Mhm.
like, let's not take it there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. Totally two separate scenarios, two different things. And, let's not equate one to the other because it's not the same thing. And again, these people that did die wasn't asking for a GoFundMe.
Right.
So you can't put yourself on the same level. And that cop that pleaded guilty, her name was oh shit. I had her name. Kelly Goodlet. That's her name.
Yeah,
That's the criminal
what's really
that
funny?
falsified the records. The criminal.
Yeah, what's really funny is my best friend went to junior high with her,
Oh,
and
what?
he said that
Exclusive.
yeah, he said that she was like a stuck-up, snotty, like girl who was like, everybody likes me. She was like a cheerleader, and she was really snooty, and like he didn't like her, and he was like, and this is where she ended up.
Wow.
Right. That's exactly what she belong in jail.
Mhm.
Right. And Garrison, that's a great point. You don't start being an activist on the day you get attacked. Right.
Right. Right. Your experience make you, become into the activist, and it does take time. And, I don't want to take anything away from Tulsa, but I do want to say that, if you are going to claim that, then walk in that, because the way you operated today, that wasn't of an activist,
Nope.
right, wrong, or indifferent. You should have contacted these Black creators that you said, or whatever you feel about these people, and said, listen, what you said is wrong, and I would like to clarify that, or we should clarify that together. That's you being an activist doing the right, thing, because everybody has the right to have questions. We have questions about everything. We live in a world where you have to question everything. You don't get to just put up a video or show us a news clipping and then you just think that people are just not going to ask no questions. I mean, and it's unfair for you to attack people because they do have questions. Like, come on. That's going to make
Well,
people think even more.
the thing is that, I mean, she and I have DM'd back and forth. And actually, right after it first happened, she had DM'd me and said, you know, that she didn't know she was going to go live. And I said, you need to concentrate on your healing. YouTube can wait. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, then the whole GoFundMe thing came about. Because at that time, I didn't know that she had been hurt. She hadn't said anything. I think she had said she didn't feel good or she was tired or something. And I understood that, you know. And, so, but then the GoFundMe stuff came out, and then, you know, like, she's never ever tried to call me. Like, you know, and I've never tried to call her either because we just don't have a relationship like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she's never tried to call me. But then today, for her to be up on her live and be like, I blocked Jennifer. Jennifer's weird. You know what? Let me call him right now. And so she blocked me on YouTube, but you've never called me before. But now you blocked me and you're going to try and call me on IG while you're on a live. No, honey, that's for a moment. You're not going to get that from me.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't want to give her that satisfaction.
She definitely got it from me. I heard from her and the rooster, and I want to talk more to the rooster if I want to be clear, because the rooster was the person that really set it off. I was like, what's going on? Like,
right,
you know,
like, what's happening? The rooster.
I was like, what's going on? Like, you know, but it was just weird. It's like, Tulsa, you ain't gonna do all this. Like, nobody's trying to beat you down, mama. Nobody, and even still, you know, I would never mess with her again. She ain't never got to worry about, don't you worry about it, sweetheart. You don't have to worry about contacting me, my love. You just keep on moving. Just hit unsubscribe from my channel and just go on about your business and just, you know, wish you the best. And that's it.
Right. We done over here, you know.
That's how, that's the best thing I could do for these people. Go on and just wish you the best. I wish you the best in your situation and all that other stuff too. That's it. That's the best I could do.
Exactly. Okay, we almost at the 2-hour mark. Jennifer, thank you so much for coming up. I do appreciate that and just giving us the insight on what was going on. You have a good one.
All right, later.
Jen. Bye, Jen.
Bye,
all right, Cup. So any last words, anything that you want to say, and also promote your channel. And are you coming back on Station Head soon?
Right, because clearly I don't know how to stop playing music on YouTube. They're like, girl, this is not the platform for that. Ghetto princess. They like, ghetto princess, this is not the platform. Take your ghetto ass someplace else. Yeah, I do want to start getting more into my podcast. Because that is how I started. I know, like, in my last live, I kind of said this, like, you know, I enjoy doing content on content creators, like reacting and, you know, giving my little funny kiki in it or whatever. But, you know, I think that it has cost me a lot, and not just in money, you know, just overall. Right. So I want to move my content forward to something else. And I just want to, you know, find what that is for myself. Like, I'm still going to do certain things, but just that constant YouTube, I just can't, my spirit is just too low vibrational. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's very low vibration.
Yeah, and I just don't have time to, you know, be arguing with people, like, you know, online. That shit is, like, dreadful. Like, I want to be able to do my content, whatever that is, and keep it moving. Like, that's it.
Right. We only going up, you know. We ain't trying to go back down, deal with all the
I'm not trying to make the same mistakes that I made a year ago or 6 months ago. You know, I realize I'm always gonna be tested out here. New levels, new devils, of course. And you know, clearly there's a lot of people. I got a lot of enemies, you know, but I don't focus on those. I'm focusing my time and my energy on the people that love and support me and, you know, want me to win one way or the other. And I appreciate people being patient with me, you know. And I want y'all to know, as long as y'all know, if y'all don't know, Cups, if it's up, it's always stuck until I grab it and pull it down. Okay. So, you know, it's all good. You know, we gon' be all right. Okay. But, you know, just a process. Everything's a process, you know.
Exactly. Is there any misconceptions or anything like that, or no?
I mean, I don't know. I think I wanted to kind of address, I think somebody said that I was like a colorist at one point in time. Yeah. So I just want people to know that, you know, I'm never a perfect person, you know, and I say it all the time. Listen, I'm from the hood. And, you know, one thing I learned about myself being on YouTube is that you know, I can't be that girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if that is me in real life, you can't just come up here and do that. Like, you know, and that's something I had to take from this situation. But I'm real, you know. When I call a Black woman or a Black man a queen or a king, I stand on that. You know what I'm saying? If I like you, I like you. You know, there's nothing, I don't want nothing from nobody. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm not out here for nothing. I've never come on my platform and asked anybody for anything. I've never went behind the scene and asked anybody to do anything for me. You just won't see that. You won't see that. You won't find a person who can tell you anything like that. Because I think that also came up, that I was involved in some type of situation trying to set somebody up with Q. I don't know if they said Q was involved in it or Val was involved in it, and allegedly I had something to do with it. And I was just like, wow, like, what is going on? Like, you know,
they love to make up things.
Like, my thing about it is this. I've come on YouTube. I've been here by myself, okay? Not one person can show you something I'm trading with them, or, you know, ultimately that we're together trying to take somebody down. Like, you know, I would never do that, because ultimately I'm the kind of person that if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it on my channel. I'm going to bear the weight of it. I'm going to take the responsibility for it. I don't believe in co-defendants. Understand that. I don't believe in co-defendants.
Right.
Okay. I'm not a codependent type of bitch. I'm a single, we gonna do this type of female. So I would never do nothing like that. You know, I would never, you know, disrespect somebody because of the complexion of their skin. Not the damn letter, please. Oh man, yes.
That's what I was laughing.
Yes, the letter too. Put the letter in there. The non-existent letter. What letter? What letter?
You know the letter.
What letter? Oh, the letter from.
Remember there was the whole thing about the letter, and like nobody know what. Like when I had asked Q about the letter, and then like nobody knew what I was talking about or knew what he was talking about, and I was confused because I didn't hear anything about the letter. They talking about that one. That
wait. Red just said
allegedly
that.
Wrote.
Red just said, "Oh, so Red, do you have the new email right now from Janika, not Jen, not our Jen, not Jenny from the blog, Janika, Red." Stand by. He said, "Stand by." He get on my nerves. You get the fuck on my nerves, please. He said, "Stand by." He said, "Let me go and check."
My God. These letters, emails, crazy.
Right. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is a good email, y'all. This I like this email. I read it and I felt good when I read it. I said, you know what? And I said to them, I said, you know, I want to let you know that yes, Tells did get that email from that young man on that date. That is the date that they sent it out. But I want to also let you know that it came out before that, my love, by somebody totally different. So it's a whole nother math situation. But you know, I have faith in Tells. You know, one thing about Tells is I believe she's going to get to know some information. And, you know, shit, she ain't gone long enough. Maybe she will. I don't know.
And you did say, hit me up. I got some information for you.
I mean, if she is being threatened or, you know, she's trying to pursue somebody online, only because I want to just return the favor, because I just heard that it was done to me so easily, effortlessly. So I feel like if I just want to return the favor. So if you are pursuing legal, you know, or criminal, you know, things between somebody and you are needing the information, please contact me. Queen. I can get that to you. I can get that to you. Wait, no, wait. Did you hold on, wait, did you send me something? Hold up, wait, where is it? Sent where?
He said check your inbox.
Your inbox?
Email or DM?
He talking to you, AT2? There's nothing in my inbox right now.
Oh.
I think he's talking to you.
Oh, me? Okay.
JC said, what email, y'all, for real? Yes, y'all, it's a new email.
Email gate.
Email gate is back. No, I don't have nothing from you, Q.
No, I didn't get anything.
I don't have anything from you.
I think that was for you. I didn't get anything.
No, I don't have anything from you, Q.
Oh, okay. But anyway, Cubs, go ahead and shout out your channel where the people can find you at.
Listen, only thing y'all gotta do is type in your search bar realnigga.com and y'all gonna find me. I'm gonna pop up, period.
Right.
Cups of Conversation, of course. Y'all know y'all can find me. Q, no, I don't see it. But I know what email you're talking about, Q. I got that email too. I think it's the same email. It's the same email, Q. But it's a good email, Q. That's a good email. Don't you worry about it, sweetheart. That's a good one. Let me stop. Oh yeah, but right, today, this evening.
Unless you got another email,
do you want to click the link and tell us or what? Like, what you gonna do, Ray? Because we sitting here and we got the mess. Are you gonna come up here and be messy or what? Because I guess
this is gonna be a 3-hour interview because we trying to figure out what you talking about.
We got 15 minutes. Can you click the link and explain to us really
quickly? Yeah, 15 minutes. Can you tell us in 15 minutes?
Can you tell us what's going on in this email in 15 minutes? 82 got all the links down there. That's what I'm talking about, my brother. Right. He got the Facebook, the YouTube, and the Twitch got him up. That's mass marketing. That's guerrilla marketing right there. I applaud. That's one thing I like about 82. He get his guerrilla marketing on. He don't play.
Right.
He gonna market something. You got it?
Okay. What's up, Q?
Good. What's good? Good evening, everybody. Hey, 82. Hey, cousin. What's
up? Oh, we gotta do the bird call now. Right.
So I received an email this evening. I just forwarded to your inbox, Cups. I was trying to find 82's email because I don't see it in my.
Wait, did you forward it to me in the email or the inbox? I don't have.
It's on Gmail.
Oh, okay. You forwarded it to me in email. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
But okay, does it say big receipts? Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, big receipts. Yeah, I'm on that.
You got that one?
All on over that. Yeah, that's like that's good. I told 82. I don't know if 80. It's good. 80% of it is good. It's very accurate. I said, you know what, I could use a few things over here actually because I didn't know that this was going on. Thank you.
I'm just like, what is this?
Curious said, give us a spill. 82.
About the email?
Yeah. Did you see
it? As far as I understand, because I haven't read it. As far as I understand, there's some information connecting a few dots. Who is who and what is what. Shit, I can't wait to read it because they told me I got one, but I didn't see it. It must have went to my spam, so I had to check it out.
They said check your spam.
Check it out.
Vegas said she I said the email game is back. That's basically what it's about. It's about just somebody, and it's about David Johnson, y'all. It's about David Johnson.
And I'm not touching it because I am trying to crawl myself up out of this situation in this sector. So I am not reporting on what is seen in this email.
Yeah, I mean, the email is a good email, but, it doesn't do anything for me. It's not 100%. So, it's an informative email.
It's very informative.
As far as the information I have, I mean, I already know who David is. David has been around way before that page was made. David was a troll already. So, that's, under somebody else, that other thing right there. And that's a whole nother thing. David and that person, not the same person. They're not the same person.
I feel like this is the YouTube Bridgerton, and I'm getting emails from Lady Whistledown with these right. of what's going on.
Right. I mean, that email per se was a good email. It wasn't so weird like the other emails. It had all that other stuff in it. It was like, and if you look here, the name changes and it turns into this. And it's like, come on now. I don't even know what Lipstick Alley is. My good cousin Vegas is trying to teach me now what's going on over there. So I'm lost. I'm like, now what do we do over here on this thread? Or what is this? So I don't got time for all that. But as far as this email, it clarified for me because I did want to know. When I seen certain creators, Tells did not jump when she got the email. Of course, I did. I didn't say anything because I don't dox people, but I did make a video to tell people where to go. Okay. So, like in that email where they said there was a group of people that pushed that yes, that is true. It was some type of situation like that. So there are some truthful things in there, but it's for me, it doesn't do anything for me because we already know, you know, I mean, not we, but me, you know, we already know. So,
right.
So,
I'm
you know,
definitely
I
gonna
know.
be looking at my spam because now I'm curious.
Yeah, it's a good read though. Like reading it, I was like, oh my God, okay, yeah, look at y'all. Y'all really did y'all little one on this one right here. This is cute. Like, this is really cute. Like, you know, Tells clarified that she was one of those people that got that email on July 5th. Because I also got that email, which I thought was weird because I already had gotten the emails June 24th. So it was like this random person just, it's like they just clearly sent it off and they didn't send it in a group. They individually sent it. So it was like, and I already knew that because the person that I was already in contact with told me that they were going to send that information out to YouTubers, as I already said back in November. Okay. Tells is basically confirmed that she was one of those YouTubers that got that email, and she confirmed that name because that is the name that I got it from as well. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I wonder if Sade got the email on July 5th from that person because that is somebody who had a problem with Nosy. I do know, I believe Willy went off on Nosy and he did say her name. So I wonder if he got the email and did it come from David Johnson. And so we know that clearly David Johnson was the person that sent all those emails out on July 5th, which is great for me once again, because that confirms that the information came from a July 23rd email. Those originators right there. That original person that started that conversation with me on that date. Because on my video, if you go back to my Nosy Ho and Tells from the Popo have gone wild, at the end of that video, I said, whoever this woman family is needs to get their lick back on Nosy. They need to get their lick back, and I will be doing it. I said, I had to go back and listen to the video because I was like, what the hell happened in this video? But clearly, in the end of it, I was encouraging it. I was saying she does need to be dragged. She does need to be doing this. And then I got that email.
Oh, Jennifer, you're also listed in the information within this in this email.
Right.
Oh Lord, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But thank you, Q, for coming up. I appreciate you coming
so
up and clarifying what was going on.
Email gate 7.7.222.
Right.
So Q has told the people he is leaving email get alone. Of course, I'm leaving email get alone. I don't give a hell about that email, but it is interesting email to anybody who got it, you know, whatever. I mean, ultimately, I feel like it's passing on at this point to keep pulling up emails, pulling up who said what. If the email doesn't tell you the IP address to David, if it's not revealing who David Johnson is, then it's doing nothing for me because all this other information is stuff that, you know, people already, you know, can find out, you know.
Yeah, it's easy to put two and two together.
Right. We already knew.
So everybody check your spam, check your email for the
check your email. If you're looking for content, check your email because it's something in there waiting for you guys. It's in there waiting for you. And it sounds like they want you to say their names. And yeah. And yeah, you ain't getting that from me, mama. Them days is done up. Not on my channel, baby. So
bye, AT2.
All right, bye, Q. Thank you for coming.
Bye,
Cubs, go ahead and tell the people one more time where they can find you.
Now listen. First of all, shout out to AT2 on his road to 20K. You know, he be out here being honest, you know, and shout out to him for just even chilling and kicking it with me on his good old Tuesday night. You know, I appreciate him, you know.
Going up on a Tuesday.
Right, going up on a Tuesday. Thank you for the conversation. I appreciate it. And the key. You know, it's good to have one of them old days feeling where we could just have like conversation. And you know, I appreciate you for having me up here. And I appreciate everybody in the chat for coming through. I love you all. And thank you.
Of course. And I appreciate you coming on my platform and just being so open and transparent I know because it brought a lot of memories of like stuff that happened in the past, and like you said, like we needed a perfect time to do the interview, and not when everything was going on and trying to capitalize off of it, because we definitely could have done that, but
or even hurt yourself. I don't want to drag nobody else into something like, because you were already going through enough. It's worse to pull somebody into something like, you should help me because I helped you. I could never see myself doing something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the best help you could give somebody is just support, just being there for them, reaching out every once in a while. Hey, how are you doing? That's the minimum. But anybody who wants more, it just shows you who they really are. To me, that's what it shows. So, I'm thankful for the journey with my cousins. And I'm gonna do my interview with AT2 soon. We're gonna have a sit down. We're gonna talk about, some things. I'm gonna write some questions down, make it spicy. Roostergate 2.2.
Oh yeah, Roostergate 2.
Rooster Cuda. I gotta make a whole long name for it.
Right, a whole long name.
I gotta make a gate though. I'm gonna make it a real good gate, and we'll have a conversation. But thank you for being a dope creator and allowing me a platform to talk, and having a conversation with you. I appreciate it. And I just really want y'all to know that don't believe nothing I said. If I said something that can and will be held against me, y'all didn't hear that from me. Close your ears. It wasn't true. And I was just playing allegedly. Like Tasha K be doing, okay, y'all. And and I'll see you later.
All right. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Our favorite cousin, Cups of Conversation. Make sure you guys follow her channel. We out of here, y'all. Deuces.
Bye.